お前の道はここで終わりだ。見せてその先の力というもの。ブリーチ、ブレイブソウルズ。
Alright guys, we're back again for yet another Bleach Brave Souls video, and in less than 24 hours time, we are going to be getting the new 1000-Year Blower banner, which is going to be the Everything But the Rain mini arc featuring remakes of Isshin and Masaki. So it's really nice to see this, and I'm glad that for once this doesn't feel like a filler banner compared to the last 2000-Year Blower End of Month banners that we got previously. That being said, I do want to let you guys in on something. In less than 2 months, we'll have the anniversary. It's going to start on July 23rd. There's going to be 2 parts to it. Part 1 is going to be the anniversary characters, which are going to be added to the premium pool and is pretty much more than likely going to be 2 characters like every single other year, unless they make it a 1-character banner for whatever reason. And then part 2 will be the limited banner, more than likely going to be 1000-Year Blower, and we're more than likely going to get better characters that can potentially surpass Unohana, Yuha, and this new Isshin that is going to be coming out, and True Shika Ichigo. We'll just have to wait and see for that. So I just want to let you guys know that if you guys want to have orbs for the anniversary, I'm talking to mainly veterans that have been playing the game and are at an endgame account. It is highly advised that you guys skip the banner and save. Trust me, if you guys care about the meta, if you guys care about value, it might be in your best interest to do so. But if you guys want to summon on this for your favorite characters, best of luck. That being said, in terms of value, it's a 2-character banner. I normally hate 2-character banners for the end of the month. They should keep it for mid-month because you have the better step-up format in which you go to step 10, 20, and guarantee the new character 50% draw rate at that, rather than have it for end of month where you only have 2 characters being featured, and the odds of getting the main characters is a bit lower than what you would expect from a 3-character banner, and it's not that good. And the fillers on all 3 of the banners, except for Masaki, which in my opinion has value, they all suck. It's just really old characters from 2020 and 2021. This 1000-Year Blower banner in particular, I can definitely say it's good for newer players, but for players that have been playing for a very long time since past 2020, this is not going to be that good of a banner, especially since it's all resurrected characters. While, yes, you're going to be getting more orbs out of the characters once you get them because they have resurrections, but for the players that have been playing for a long time, we'll more than likely already have them 5/5, and the crazy thing about this is that you only need 3 copies, and then you can go to the special move training grounds and get some from 3/5 to 5/5 and be able to max transcend them. And the only good filler here is this Power 1000-Year Blower Yamamoto. That's it. Literally. You don't have the Tech Aizen, you don't have the Heart Yuha, you don't have any of the Concord characters, it's a mid banner. I call it mid because there is some value to be had in terms of links, a GQ Nat character, and then a Brave Battle character. And then you have Basby, which is pretty solid. But besides that, I think this banner should have had a couple of more recent premium characters. Like, I don't know, the Tech Halibal? That would have been nice to have. Wonder-wise? Bro, who can't? Ikaku? Can we have some premium fillers, please? Is that too much to ask? Not just all 1000-Year Blower characters, which are all from the dinosaur era, bro. No. But, yeah. It is, again, advised that you guys save for the anniversary. But the characters themselves are really good. I'm definitely going to say that they're really good, with Isshin being the best in banner, and Masaki pretty much being made primarily for guild quests. That's pretty much the best description that I can make for the 2 characters. And let's just go ahead and start breaking down the characters. But before that, let me just show you guys the individual banners. The individual banners, if you want to mainly get either Isshin or Masaki, it might be the best way to go about it. However, Isshin's banner is terrible. Baragon is worthless. Nirge is a droplet character, and then Renji is a full stamina damage boost 30% link, which can be good for Nat characters, not good for SP characters anymore because you want cooldown reduction with damage. And then Masaki It's a solid banner. Geo got his value up because of the split, and now Human Killer has its own rotation. And if you don't have Saofi Sajin, getting this guy max transcended can actually be quite good. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. He has like, what, 90% bruiser with 30% melee damage, no killer effect, does have star barrier, but he's a solid character. And then Abidama, still good for ranged Espada, has pretty high multipliers. And with this, we can now start breaking down the characters. Isshin, like I stated before, he's gonna be the best in banner. And I dare say he's the second best mind character that we have in the game, right next to Yuha. The only thing that kind of holds him back was not being given a better second strong attack and not having weakening on his entire kit minus the soul bomb. But besides that, he's better than Ichibei for Quincy, Killer, Guild Quest, and better than Yamamoto at 1-5. Just because of the simple matter of fact that he has Lacerate and I believe Burn on the entire kit. Hold on. Yes. And most importantly, you have really cracked multipliers that are pretty much on the same scale as Unohana and Kilgate. By that I mean, he has Frenzy +2, Berserker 50%, and Rampage. Kill 50 enemies, 100% damage. Ridiculous. And to top it all off, even has increased status element chance, solid soul bomb with a devastation of 60% weakened defense, Marauder, has recharge built into his kit with Sprint +1, Havoc of 20% weakened immunity, and then he has 120% SP boost. 120% SP boost. He's a ridiculous character, and his kit is no slouch either. He has a 750 lunge, basically Safu Yoruichi's SA2, but now as an SA1. Really good, I like to see that. SA2 is the same as 8th Anniversary Ichigo, so it's going to be the 750 AoE in front into the homing vortex, and then you have a full screen SA3. This is what 8th Anniversary Ichigo should have been. They just held back too much with the character, with the SA1 and the lower multipliers, despite being the first character to have Frenzy +3. And this character is just insane. He's just stupidly cracked as a character, and he's the second best one. The reason why he's not numero uno for Mind is because Yuha has the weakening, he has the defeated enemy bonus, he gets an extra soul bomb for when it comes to going through content in Limit Break Request, and also, you know, can do a lot more. Also has the cooldown reduction when moving in between quest areas, to the point that he's still the better king in Limit Break Request. There's definitely a lot of perks that we need to talk about, but I think it's better to summarize in a different video. But yeah, Isshin is just absolutely cracked, very deserving of the second best mind character that we have in the game. And also, it would have been nice if he had a secondary killer and had Poise Break. I think it would have made him way more cracked. Trust. Like, if he had that, I probably would put him as the best mind character, honestly. And then, looking into Masaki, yeah, unfortunately, I was wrong. She did not have the beam. Rather, she picked up the 18% shave. So, yeah. That being said, as a Guild Quest character, how can I put this? I want to say that she's the best out of the Barrage characters, second best. The thing is, she was made for Guild Quest, and she has the thing that I wanted Yumichika to have, and that is the increased status summon chance against Oronkers. So having this means that when it comes to bringing her into Guild Quest, just like True Shikai Ichigo, just like Ulquiorra, the Future Society one, you can inflict status elements non-stop regardless of the attribute. You just need to have Killer, being Oronkers, and there you guys go. She's the best that we have for ranged Espada right now, and is gonna be taking away the 3rd anniversary Ulquiorra's title of being the main character. Even though she has the 18% shave, even though she has the barrage attack, she's just gonna be better than Ulquiorra. And you can still use Ulquiorra as a side unit. Just letting you guys know, like, he still has the tracking vortex, so there's that. And then as the side nad unit, use Yukio, so you guys can actually do that. And just like Isshin, she too also has 120% SP boost, but more importantly, already having a power character with the status element spiritual pressure boost of 40% means that 8th anniversary Ichigo, Future Society Ulquiorra, and Parasol Rukia, and even the power Yamamoto are getting buffed by this, which is insane. It's insane. But yeah, besides that, her multipliers are really cracked for not having Rampage, because she has Frenzy +2, 60% Berserker, and then once you inflict the status summons, thanks to the skill right here, you do 40% more damage to paralyzed enemies, and then you have the Team Party Power Attribute Quincy damage to status summon affected enemies of plus 40%. So 80% more damage on top of the 60% Berserker once you inflict the status summons, and you have 120% SP boost. I still want to cope and say Ulk is better, but no. Masaki is just the better character for Guild Quest. Is she the best power character? Not really. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Future Society Ulquiorra is that much of a better character for content outside of Guild Quest. This character was made specifically for Guild Quest, and I do not see her being good in Limit Breaker Quest and in IT. I definitely want to say she's going to be a bit of a slower character despite the higher multipliers, and even then, to get the increased status summon chance, you need to have a killer. And the one Inheritance Trials in which we have the Oronker mobs, the enemies are immune to paralysis. That kind of sucks for Masaki, but she does the job just fine. So yeah, if you guys want to summon, it's pretty much for Guild Quest at this point for when it comes to talking about Masaki. Like, trust. And that's pretty much the main two characters. They're both really good in their own unique way. And it's just unfortunate that we pretty much have them riled up with some dinosaur era fillers. We don't even have 2023 fillers. That's so stupid. But now let's just go and break down the fillers for the main banner. We already talked about the individual banner. Starting off with the Power of 1,000-Year Blower Yamamoto, he's still actually quite solid. It's just that he's very inconsistent with keeping the SP boost and getting it to activate. But the base damage numbers, he does have Frenzy +1 with a 40% Berserker, damage to burning and weakened enemies of plus 40% once you proc the status summons, has double killers of Quincy and Hollow with the shared complete status immunity, 80% SP boost, and of course bombardment and weakened defense. Now his nuking era is definitely gone, but he can still be used in Guild Quest. If you guys have him 5-5, he's still quite usable. Like, he doesn't joke in the very hard Guild Quest, and you can use him for the likes of Nightmare difficulty. Like, if 7th Anniversary Ichigo were able to work in there, this character can do pretty much the same exact thing, albeit much better because, you know, you have the beam, you do more damage once you inflict the status summons. 7th Anniversary Ichigo can't do that. Innate abilities, let me see, dodge, hollow damage, havoc 20, sprint +2. He has the God Kit. That's all you guys need to know. A 3k length beam, 916 Tomy, Vortex, and then the full screen SA3. The only problem is that he does not have increased status omen chance whatsoever. And if he had that, I think he would have aged a bit better in the long run. But there you guys go. This is the only good filler that we have in the banner. And you guys might want to get more copies of this character if you cannot get Isshin. And then let's just go over all of the characters, which, by the way, all of the fillers besides Yamamoto can get resurrected, so it's going to be extra orbs, and they'll become links. Now, let's just go over Jug Yugram Hashwalt. His resurrection is actually quite solid for Brave battles. Now, for him to work, you do need to max transcend him and give him a full defensive build, so that way he can actually tank against Orihime, and with his Brave Battle counter, he can reflect back the damage Orihime does to him to the point that you can get her to activate her Persistence skill, and you just need to survive as long as the Persistence is out, and then Orihime is basically dead. Now, it doesn't state here on the BBS simulator because it has yet to get updated, but he did pick up normal attack damage of 16% on the Soul trait. On the skills, he did pick up Prevent Lasted Survival and can ignore Invincibility, and his Sprinter +1 got moved from being a 6-star ability into an innate ability. That being said, his damage output is very, very low. He only has Flurry +1 with a 36% bruiser, but because you have the Brave Battle counter, again, he can work for countering against Orihime. But besides that, he's just a Brave Battle character and nothing else. Basby, on the other hand, got a really good resurrection, definitely among the best that we have in the game currently. The Soul trait, he did pick up 20% more damage to burning enemies, and through the innate skills, an extra 20% more damage to burning enemies, and Guard Break, which was never before seen on a resurrection. And alongside that, he already had the increased status summon chance against Power Attribute Oronkers, but besides that, he also picked up 50% SP boost. His Berserker got rounded up from 20% to 30%, and he just became a much more usable character. He's definitely very fun. Like, if you guys get him 3-5, and get him max transcended, I don't think you guys will pretty much regret it, especially if you're a BASB fan. It's gonna be a while until he gets his remake, but at least he's gonna be a much more fun, solid, and usable character to use for PvE content. His kit was also really good upon coming out. He has the 570 lunge, 960 AoE in front, and then the standard regular charge SA3 without the charge, 900 radius. When you fully charge, it's a 1080 radius full screen attack, so very, very solid character once you get him max transcended. Uryu got the worst upgrades compared to BASB and Ugram, but his link is pretty much the main goal that you want to get, since he does have strong attack recharge time of minus 12% with 20% more strong attack damage at full stam. He's easily going to be one of the best links to use for your technique characters. Upgrades, not too crazy because he only picked up full stamina damage boost of 20% and the soul trait that I mentioned earlier, and the innate ability. He just picked up stamina recovery and 20% DR against Soul Reapers, which is pretty stupid. Kit isn't good. He just has the really old 40% shave, vacuum vortex into pushback, and then SA3 being full screen. Like, he's not a good character to use. I reviewed him. He's just okay at best, but his link is gonna be what you're pretty much aiming for at the end of the day. Orihime, same arguments that I can make with Uryu. The link is pretty much gonna be what's best, and it's the fact that she has strong attack recharge time of minus 12% with full stamina only, increased strong attack damage of 20%, making it a really good link for Masaki, Ulquiorra, Ichigo, etc, etc, etc. Upgrades, she already had the Berserker. She picked up the Havoc via the innate abilities, if I remember correctly, yes, but the kit is really lackluster, trust. Three-way split SA1, AoE around her 690, 1200 radius. The character is still mediocre. She didn't get too much besides the increased strong attack damage when at full stam, and she's mainly a link. Oetsu got a pretty good upgrade as well. If you do not have Unohana and you're not using Akon and Shinji to get those really, really fast runs, well, as a NAD character, he does complement quite well. He has Flurry +1 with 80% Bruiser. Unfortunately, he did not pick up the booster skill, which I would have wanted Oetsu to have, since I don't think we have a melee Soul Reaper killer with that. I could be wrong. Actually, we don't at all now that I think about it. On the Soul trait, he picked up damage reduction of 12%, which in my opinion is a bit of a throwaway ability. Could have been easily more NAD, but his Bruiser got buffed from 40% to 80%, so there's that. And then he picked up Weaken Immunity, so he's pretty much immune to the weakening puddles. And Kit doesn't really matter too much because he's a NAD character, but he has a Lunge. Walking Vortex, really good for crowd control. And then the SA3 is a full screen 1000 radius strong attack. He got pretty good upgrades, and he's definitely a really solid character to use for Guild Quest if you're not going for the meta team. And then Renji, purely just a link, nothing too crazy to take note of. Like, he did pick up Berserker and the full stam, but he got wasted with follow-up. And the kit is okay, like Lunge, small AoE in front, charge SA3. He just deserved more as a resurrection, and keep in mind when his res came out, we weren't even getting innate skills for the resurrections. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. Let me know if you guys are going to be summoning or if you guys are going to be skipping. Personally for me, I think I am going to do at least the discount multis. On the main banner, definitely only 2 because I have everyone from the banner 5-5, so I'm not going to go down to 0 on that. Isshin discounts. Masaki is kind of the one character I need the most, especially if we do get the Nightmare difficulty for Espada in the coming weeks, and I'm definitely going to need her. Masaki is definitely going to be a lot more needed than 3rd Anniversary Ulquiorra. Like, if my max transcended 3rd Anniversary Ulquiorra could barely get 10 seconds in on the Nightmare ranged holo guild quest, I don't see him clearing Nightmare, so I'm just going to take my safe route and personally do some multis on Masaki mainly. But yeah. It's annoying because I want to save for the anniversary directly, have 2k plus orbs, but if I have to summon a bit, it is what it is, but I'm not going to go down to 0. That being said, thank you guys for watching. If you guys have enjoyed it, don't forget to smash that like button, share this video with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already, and hit the bell notification so that way you guys are up to date with my most recent videos. This has been your boy, the Dash Smasher, and I hope to see you guys all in the next one, so have a pleasant one. Peace out. Bye. Sayonara. Ciao, ciao.